If standing up feels harder or stairs leave you catching your breath, it's not just because you're getting older, it's your body warning you that your strength is quietly slipping away. The tricky part is that this happens so gradually, most people don't notice it until it starts to affect their everyday life. But today, I'll show you 3 quick at-home tests that reveal exactly where your strength stands and 3 simple joint-friendly exercises to start building your muscle strength right away. But first, let me show you exactly why testing your muscle strength early isn't just important, it's absolutely critical. Take a look at this graph. The red line shows what happens when someone stays inactive as they age. Notice the gradual decline starting around 50, then the sharp drop into danger zone. Now look at the green lines. These are people who started strength training in middle age or later. Both stay well above that danger zone, proving that it's never too late to start. But here's the crucial difference. Those who begin earlier, especially between the age 40 and 65, don't just maintain their strength. They actually reverse the decline and drastically increase their chances of living independently into old age. The gap between these paths comes down to one thing: taking action at the right time. This is precisely why early detection changes everything. With that, let's jump into the 3 quick tests I use with my patients to catch muscle weakness early before it becomes a problem. Each test takes less than a minute. I'll then show you 3 simple exercises that can put you on that green line starting today. Test number 1 is called the 30-second chair stand test. This simple test is a powerful measure of leg strength and endurance, and it's been validated by the CDC as a standard assessment for muscle loss and falls risk. Here's how to do it. Sit in a standard height chair with your arms crossed over your chest. Stand up fully, then sit back down without using your hands. Repeat as many times as you can in 30 seconds. Count each complete sit-o-stand cycle and write down your total. So, what does a normal score look like? Here are the normative values for people over 60. For example, if you're 63 years old, you should be getting a minimum of 15 repetitions of the sit-stand on this test. But what if you're below that? That's a flag for declining leg strength, which is key for getting off the floor, climbing stairs, or preventing falls. Now, don't worry if your score is low. I'll show you exactly how to improve it with 3 targeted exercises coming up. But for now, let's move on to test number 2, the 5x sit-stand test. This validated assessment tells us how quickly you can generate leg power. Here's how to do it. Start seated in the same chair, arms crossed over your chest. This time, start a stopwatch and time how long it takes to stand up and sit down 5 times in a row as quickly and safely as possible. Like this. Stop the timer after the 5th repetition and record your time. For example, it took me 6 seconds. Now let's compare that to normal. So, how does your time compares to others? Well, here's a table with target times arranged by age and sex. So, for example, if you are a 61-year-old woman, you should be able to do 5 sit-stands safely in approximately 7.9 seconds. But what if you're taking longer than these benchmarks? This suggests slower muscle activation and reduced power, which can increase falls risk and make daily activities more tiring. Okay, so far we've tested our leg strength and power. It's now time to test our balance, hip strength, and core stability. Here's how to do one of my favorite tests called the one-leg balance test. Stand near a wall or counter for safety, but don't hold on. Lift 1 foot off the ground and balance on the other leg. Time how long you can hold this position without touching the wall or needing support. Now, record your best time on each leg. So, how did you do? Let's compare by looking at target times by age. For example, if you're between the ages of 60 and 69, you should be able to hold for roughly 27 seconds on each leg without making an error. But if you can't hold for your target time, this signals balance issues and potentially weak glutes and ankle muscles, all critical for independence and fall prevention. Okay, now the fun part. If any of these tests were challenging, here's the good news. You can improve quickly with the right approach. I'm about to share 3 gentle science-backed exercises that can help you rebuild strength fast. These are the same movements that have helped countless patients over 50 regain their confidence and mobility. Take Mary, a 64-year-old patient of mine who went from struggling to walk to her mailbox to walking over an hour without her gain in just 3 months. She essentially got back on the green line with just a few carefully selected exercises. Okay, let's jump into exercise number 1, which comes from research at Tufts University. They identified this as the most important movement for older adults. Why? Because it targets your body's largest leg muscles, your quadriceps and your glutes. And here's how to do it. Stand in front of a chair with your hands extended forward for balance. Slowly lower yourself down for a count of 4, but don't sit fully. Rise back up for a count of 2. Now repeat this for about 10 to 15 repetitions based on your capacity. My recommendation is to repeat this 3 times per day, 3 times per week. The beauty of this exercise is that it can be done anywhere, anytime. All you need is a chair. But within 4 to 6 weeks of this, you'll notice stronger legs for getting up from chairs, even low ones, climbing stairs, and better scores on all the 3 tests that we just covered. This exercise alone was the biggest game changer for Mary. Okay, moving on to exercise number 2. We're going to target our core and hip muscles, essential for building stability and power. Here's how to do the glute bridge with core activation. Lie on your back with knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Gently draw your belly button toward your spine to engage your core. Squeeze your glutes and lift your hips toward the ceiling. Hold for 2 seconds at the top, then lower slowly, completing 10 to 15 repetitions. Start with 2 sets 2 to 3 times per week. This exercise builds muscles of your hips, core, and lower back, the foundation for faster walking and easier stair climbing. Okay, now that we've strengthened our core and lower body, our final exercise targets the balance and stability you need to move with confidence. Here's how to do the single leg stance with focused gaze. Stand near a wall or counter for safety, but don't hold on unless you absolutely need it. Pick a spot at eye level in front of you and lock your focus on it. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and balance on the other leg. Hold this position while keeping your eyes fixed on that spot. Start with 10 to 15 seconds per leg, building up to 30 to 40 seconds. Now, if you're wobbling, that's actually a great sign. It means you're challenging your balance system effectively. Practice this at least 3 to 5 times per week on each leg. This sharpens your reflexes and strengthens the stabilizing muscles around your hips and your feet to keep your rocks steady. But the key here is the focused gaze. It trains your brain and body to work as one coordinated system while breaking the habit of looking down while walking. Okay, you've just learned how to spot early muscle weakness and start rebuilding strength. What if you could build the same kind of leg strength that lets you walk and climb stairs you did 20 years ago? And what if that only took 1 hour a week? That's exactly what Strong Leg 60 delivers, a proven program designed specifically for adults 50 plus to restore mobility, maintain independence, and keep doing what you love, all from the comfort of your home. Click the link in the description below to learn more and sign up using code SHAY10. You can also click on this video to find out more. I'll see you there.